It's springtime, baby, and you guys know what that means. That means the sun's out, the bass are biting, and it's time to make some sawdust. So as always, guys, make sure and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon so you get notified when we put out a new video. And also, we have exclusive content completely free. You just got to get on our email list. There's a link in the description down below.
Hey guys, all right, so we are going to carve the Spring is in the Air stencil. We're going to do some different things on here. We're going to have some live edge. We're going to add some color, use a couple different profile bits. I think this one's going to be really cool, so stick with us.
Layout is definitely the least fun part of sign carving. But the nice thing about the stencils is that they make a really nice little stock sign, and it takes 2 to 3 minutes to lay out. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check it out.
So here we have something a little bit different. We've got some fairly wide inset letters that are script. Now here's where those fat profile bits, or profile bits that have been sharpened several times, here's where they really come in handy. These are a little bit too narrow to use a 60-degree for, but they're perfect for a fat profile bit.
So we started out with the profile bit at 1/4 inch deep. Now this particular bit has probably been sharpened somewhere between 12 and 15 times, so it gives a good fat line. Just like Dad said, that's the perfect bit to use on this stencil, or anything really where you have kind of a midway between a real thin line and a fat line. So for the artwork, we switched over to a bit of a newer profile bit, one that hasn't been sharpened quite as much, mainly because some of the branches and the leaves have some real fine points to it, and you just can't get in there with that older profile bit. But I set this one at 1/4 inch deep, and it cut like a champ. The next bit we put in was the carving liner at 1/8 of an inch deep. Now these little butterflies are pretty cool looking, but man, there's some tiny lines. However, the carving liner really made it go pretty simple. The great thing about the carving liner is that it's such a fine tipped bit, you can really get in to do some good detail with it. And this thing is razor sharp, so there's no chipping at all. The last bit we used was the 90 degree at 3/16 of an inch deep. Look at that hat, nice. So what you use the 90 degree for is basically to clean up all of the excess wood that you want to get out of there. So because we carved this stencil inset, that means that everything that's black is going to be removed so that when you spray it, it'll all be nice and black and it'll be inset into the wood. Because we use two different colors on this sign, you want to make sure to tape up everything that you're not going to be spraying. The lettering on this is going to be kind of a dark blue, so we had to tape up everything that was supposed to be black to make sure that there's no overspray. And when you're spraying different colors, the biggest thing you want to make sure you do is get matte or flat finish. If you spray anything with gloss or satin, then it's probably gonna bleed, especially in something like this that's a really light colored wood. To sand it off, we used a 60 grit disc on the DeWalt disc sander and then went back with 120 grit on the random orbital. For those of you that haven't tried this disc sander yet, man, it is a game changer. You got to check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. Then to finish it off, we threw a few coats of clear on there, and man, it looks nice.
Alright guys, so there will be a link in the description below for the Spring is in the Air stencil, and this is what it looks like. I'm actually super happy with this. This is some flame box elder that we had just laying around, and it turned out super nice. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget about the email list, link in the description below, and if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email, Ryan@makeawoodsign.com. Thanks guys, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.